You know what's funny? Some people retire on Friday, and by Monday they're already standing in the kitchen opening the fridge for the 7th time. Not because they're hungry, just because they're thinking, maybe something exciting happened in there. Have you ever opened the fridge, looked around, closed it, then came back 5 minutes later like the food had changed its mind and created something new? If you have, welcome. You are not alone. Now, here's something people rarely talk about. Retirement doesn't make people grow old. Giving up does. And those are two completely different things. Because I've met people in their 80s who laugh more, smile more, and enjoy life more than people half their age. They dance at family parties. They make new friends. They try new things. They wake up excited about another day. Then I've also seen people retire and slowly disappear into the same routine. Same chair, same television, same complaints about the weather, same complaints about prices, same complaints about the neighbor's dog. At some point, the dog probably needs a retirement plan too. The difference wasn't their age. The difference was their mindset. Carl Jung believed the second half of life wasn't meant to become smaller. It was meant to become deeper. And that idea is powerful. Because retirement is not the end of your story, it can be the beginning of your most meaningful chapter. Today, we're talking about 13 simple activities that can help you stay mentally active, emotionally happy, and connected to life after retirement. Nothing complicated, nothing expensive. Just simple things that bring back curiosity, purpose, and joy. And stay with me until the end, because number 13 is something many people overlook, but it can completely change how you experience this stage of life. Before we begin, I want to ask you something. How long have you been retired? 6 months? 5 years? 20 years? Share it in the comments. I would genuinely love to hear your story. And if you're not retired yet, tell us what you're looking forward to the most. This community has some amazing life experiences, and your story might inspire someone else. All right, let's begin. 1. Become curious. Again, think about children for a moment. Children find everything interesting. A butterfly, a strange-looking cloud, a tiny insect walking across the ground like it has an important appointment. Everything feels like an adventure. But somewhere along the way, many adults stop noticing those little things. Retirement gives you something many people spend their whole life wishing for: time. But here's the funny thing. Some people finally get free time, and then they don't know what to do with it. It's like someone gives you the keys to a beautiful house, but you forget where you put the keys. Curiosity keeps your mind young. Learn something new. Read about something you've always wondered about. Try a new recipe. Watch documentaries. Explore a new place. Find out why flamingos stand on one leg. I actually went down that rabbit hole once, and somehow ended up watching videos about penguins collecting rocks. The internet can take you to some very unexpected places. Carl Jung believed personal growth continues throughout life. We don't stop becoming ourselves just because we get older. Every day gives us a chance to discover something new. Even learning how to use a new phone can become an adventure, especially when your grandchild fixes the problem in 5 seconds, and you've been staring at the screen for 30 minutes, wondering why it refuses to listen. We've all been there. A little story. A gentleman retired at 68 years old. For months, every day looked exactly the same. Wake up, eat breakfast, watch television, repeat. Then one afternoon he borrowed a book about astronomy from his local library. That one small decision changed everything. Soon he started attending stargazing events. He met new people. He learned new things. He became excited again. Later he said, "I didn't need more years added to my life. I needed more life added to my years." And that is such a beautiful way to look at retirement. So let me ask you, what is one thing you have always wanted to learn? playing an instrument, painting, cooking, photography? Write it in the comments. Your answer might encourage someone else to finally try something new. 2. Walk without rushing. Now don't worry, I'm not telling you to run a marathon. If someone tells me to run, my first question is, are we exercising or are we being chased? Walking is enough. Walking isn't about speed. It's about reconnecting with life. Take a slow walk, look around, say hello to people, notice the trees, watch the birds, enjoy the little moments. Sometimes birds seem like they have their own neighborhood meetings. One bird lands, then suddenly 5 more arrive. You start wondering if they are discussing important business. Walking helps your body, but it also helps your mind. Some of your best ideas don't come when you're sitting in front of the television. They come when you're moving. Carl Jung valued quiet moments and time in nature because they allowed the mind to reflect. Today we might simply call it taking a break from staring at a phone screen. And for many people that is already a big achievement, a small reminder. Have you noticed how retirement shopping works? You walk into the store because you need milk, and somehow you leave with biscuits, flowers, cleaning products, and something you didn't even know existed. Then you get home and realize you forgot the milk. Life after retirement has its own adventures. If you already take walks, tell us where you like walking. A park, a beach, your neighborhood, a garden. Your comment might inspire someone to start tomorrow morning. 3. Laugh. Every single day. Life is too short to be serious all the time. Children understand something many adults forget. It is okay to laugh. It is okay to be silly. It is okay to enjoy small moments. Find things that make you smile. Watch an old comedy movie. Listen to funny stories. Spend time with people who bring positive energy into your life. You know those people who can make you smile before they even finish saying hello? Those people are treasures. Keep them close. Carl Jung believed joy is an important part of becoming whole. Happiness is not something we should postpone. It belongs in every stage of life. A beautiful story. A grandmother once joined her grandchildren in a dance challenge. She didn't know the moves. She missed almost every step. But she had the biggest smile, and that became the family's favorite memory, not because she danced perfectly, because she was fully present. Sometimes the happiest moments happen when we stop worrying about looking perfect. Tell me in the comments, who is the funniest person in your family? And if that person is you, we already know your family is lucky. 4. Spend time with younger people. Here's something I've noticed. When older people spend time only with people their own age, life can become very predictable. But when you spend time with younger people, something interesting happens. Their energy rubs off on you. Their questions make you think. Their excitement reminds you that there's still so much to enjoy. Now, I'm not saying you have to understand every new word they use. Sometimes they'll say, "That's fire." It's giving. No cap. And you're sitting there thinking, when did the English language decide to retire before I did? That's perfectly okay. Just smile and ask them what it means. Half the fun is watching them try to explain it. And don't forget, they need you just as much as you need them. They need your stories, your wisdom, the lessons you've learned. Your grandchildren don't just need gifts. They need memories. They need to hear what life was like when you were their age. One grandfather told his grandson about walking miles to school every morning. The grandson stared at him and said, "So, your school bus was your legs?" They both laughed so hard they could barely finish the conversation. Those moments are priceless. Carl Jung believed every stage of life has something valuable to offer. Young people bring fresh eyes. Older people bring deep roots. When those two come together, everyone grows. So if you have grandchildren, call them. If you have younger neighbors, say hello. If your children invite you somewhere, don't always say, "I'm too old." Sometimes the best memories begin with saying, "Why not?" 5. Find one hobby that makes you lose track of time. Now let's talk about hobbies, not because you need to become famous, not because you're trying to impress anyone, simply because your heart deserves something that makes it happy. Maybe it's gardening, maybe it's painting, maybe it's baking, maybe it's fishing, maybe it's writing, maybe it's learning an instrument, maybe it's taking photographs. The hobby doesn't matter. What matters is how it makes you feel. The best hobby is the one where you look at the clock and suddenly realize, has it really been 2 hours already? That's when you know you've found something special. One retired lady bought a small box of watercolors. She wasn't trying to become an artist. She just wanted something new to do. A year later, her grandchildren proudly hung her paintings around the house. She smiled and said, "I thought retirement closed one door. It actually opened another." That's beautiful. And here's something funny. Some people start gardening. Then suddenly every visitor gets a full tour. "Come and see my tomatoes. Look at these flowers. This pepper plant is doing much better than last week." Before you know it, you're standing outside for 45 minutes discussing carrots. And somehow, you're actually enjoying it. That's what hobbies do. They give ordinary days something to look forward to. 6. Volunteer and help someone. Here's something that keeps people young. Feeling needed. Retirement may mean leaving a job, but it doesn't mean the world no longer needs you. There are schools that need mentors, churches that need volunteers, communities that need helping hands. Even something as simple as checking on a neighbor can change someone's day. And here's the funny thing. Sometimes you go to help someone else, and you end up feeling like they helped you. Purpose has that effect. Carl Jung believed meaning is one of the greatest sources of happiness. When life has purpose, your spirit stays alive. 7. Keep learning new skills. Have you ever heard someone say, "I'm too old to learn that"? Who made that rule? Learning keeps your brain awake. Maybe you finally learn how to use your smartphone properly. Maybe you learn to cook a new dish. Maybe you start using video calls. One lady proudly told her family she had finally learned how to send voice messages. The only small problem, she accidentally sent 23 empty recordings first. Everyone still talks about it. The point is, she tried. And that's what matters. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to stay curious. 8. Build friendships. Let's be honest. Making friends as adults isn't always easy. As children, someone shared their biscuits with you, and suddenly you were best friends forever. As adults, we somehow make friendship sound like applying for a bank loan. But friendship matters. Invite someone for tea. Join a local club. Attend community events. Call the friend you've been meaning to call for months. Sometimes they're sitting at home hoping you'll call first. Life becomes lighter when you have someone to laugh with. 9. Spend more time outdoors. Fresh air is one of life's simplest gifts. Sit under a tree, watch a sunset, listen to birds, feel the breeze. Nature has a quiet way of reminding us to slow down. One gentleman said his favorite part of retirement was sitting outside every morning with a cup of tea. Not because anything exciting happened, but because he finally had time to notice life. Sometimes peace is the greatest adventure. 10. Practice gratitude. Every day, here's a small challenge. Every morning, before you complain about anything, find 3 things you're thankful for. Your health, your family, your morning coffee, your favorite chair. Even the fact that you woke up today. Gratitude changes what you notice. Instead of focusing on what's missing, you begin appreciating what's already there. One woman said she started writing down 3 blessings every evening. A year later, she looked back through her notebook and said, I thought I had ordinary days. Turns out I had hundreds of beautiful ones. 11. Keep your sense of humor. Life will always surprise you. Sometimes your glasses are on your head while you're searching the whole house. Sometimes you're holding your phone while looking everywhere for your phone. It happens. Smile about it. Your laugh is worth more than your frustration. The happiest people aren't the ones with perfect lives. They're the ones who know how to smile through imperfect days. 12. Dream about tomorrow. Retirement doesn't mean you've stopped dreaming. Plan a small trip, learn a new hobby, plant a garden, write your family story. Make a list of places you'd love to visit. The future still belongs to you. As long as you have something to look forward to, life keeps moving forward. 13. Wake up every morning with a reason. This might be the most important activity of all. Every morning, give yourself one reason to get out of bed. Maybe today you'll call an old friend. Maybe you'll bake something special. Maybe you'll walk through the park. Maybe you'll play with your grandchildren. Maybe you'll simply sit outside and enjoy the sunrise. It doesn't have to be something big. Small reasons become beautiful days. Beautiful days become beautiful years, and before you know it, you've built a retirement filled with memories instead of regrets. Carl Jung believed the second half of life isn't about becoming less. It's about becoming more of who you truly are. That is what retirement can be. Not an ending. A new beginning. So let me leave you with one simple thought. Your age is just a number. Your attitude is the real story. There are people in their 80s who wake up excited every morning, and there are people much younger who have already stopped living. Don't let retirement become a full stop. Let it become a new chapter, a chapter filled with laughter, friendship, purpose, curiosity, and memories you'll be proud of. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 13 activities are you already doing, and which one are you going to start this week? Share your answer in the comments. I read them all, and your story might be exactly the encouragement someone else needs today. If this video brought a smile to your face, or reminded you that life is still full of possibilities, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos on Carl Jung, psychology, healthy aging, and living a meaningful life. Until next time, take good care of yourself. Keep smiling, keep learning, keep living, because retirement isn't the end. It may just be the beginning of the happiest chapter of your life.